We sit where the day falls quiet. City lights begin to glow. Nothing needs to be spoken, just watching the sky go slow. Two shadows on the wooden floor, breathing in the cooling air. Time drifts somewhere far beyond us, but we don't follow there. No need to hold on tight, no need to make it right. In the space between the moments, where the world forgets to move, we stay without a reason, just the silence and the view. Moonlight resting on the skyline, soft and silver, barely there. If everything keeps changing, we can stay right here. Night arrives without a warning, like a thought we didn't chase. All the noise fades into distance, leaving only time and space. Little lights below are flickering, like a life we used to know. But up here it feels so distant, like a dream we let go. No need to say goodbye, no need to wonder why. In the space between the moments, where the world forgets to move, we stay without a reason, just the silence and the view. Moonlight resting on the skyline, soft and silver, barely there. If everything keeps changing, we can stay right here. Stay here. Stay here. Street lights dripping on the pavement, people fading into blur. Another train goes through the silence, but my thoughts are louder than the world. Tie loose and shoulders heavy, phone still blowing in my hand. I keep walking with the traffic, like somebody with no plan. Cold wind moving through the buildings, late night taxis passing slow. There's 1,000 conversations, but I'd rather be alone. Maybe I just need a minute, maybe I just need the night. So I walk beneath the city lights, let the silence stay a while. Every heartbeat moving slower, every shadow passing by. No destination, no pretending, just the rhythm of my shoes. Tonight the whole world keeps on running, but I got nothing left to prove. Rain reflections on the sidewalk, neon melting into gold. Someone laughing in the distance, like a story I once told. Maybe life is just these moments, half awake and half undone, trying to leave the noise behind us before another morning comes. Maybe I don't need the answers, maybe I just need the air. So I walk beneath the city lights, let the silence stay a while. Every heartbeat moving slower, every shadow passing by. No destination, no pretending, just the rhythm of my shoes. Tonight the whole world keeps on running, but I got nothing left to prove. Late night, slow night, just let me drift tonight. Sitting in the dark again, lights low in my room, trying not to think about how everything changed too soon. The world keeps moving forward like it doesn't even know. Some nights it feels so heavy, just trying to hold my soul. But maybe not every season was meant to bloom right now. So if you're tired, if your heart feels out of place, if the mirror's getting harder and hope feels far away, you don't have to hide the hurt, and you don't have to carry all of it alone. Even the longest winter still learns how to let go. I know you thought by now you'd be somebody else, not counting empty hours or talking to yourself. But nobody sees the mountains people climb inside their chest. Sometimes simply staying alive is already doing your best. And all the things you're feeling won't stay forever this way. So if you're breaking, if the silence gets too loud, if you're barely holding pieces of the person you are now, you don't need to have the answers, you don't need to know what's next. Sometimes healing starts with breathing, and one small step instead. There are mornings still waiting for you, songs you haven't heard yet, hands you haven't held yet, places your heart hasn't been. And one day you'll look back at this version of yourself with more kindness than you can imagine. So when you're tired and the world feels cold and strange, just remember every dark night eventually will change. And even if you can't believe it, I still hope you stay, because somewhere beyond this low tide, there's another version of your days. Stay a little longer. You're not lost forever. You were tracing circles on the edge of your glass, street light on your cigarette smoke, drifting slow against the black. I said nothing for a while. You just smirked and looked away, like somehow between the silence we both knew what not to say. The record skipped once and carried on again. Halfway through the bottle, you leaned back and closed your eyes, the tired little smile, like someone finally understood your mind. No big conversation, no trying to fix the night, just your shoulder near mine, and the amber light. Some moments don't arrive loudly, they barely make a sound. Just two people sitting still while the whole world spins around. Rain was sliding down the window, taxi lights across the floor. You laughed at something small I can't even remember anymore, but I remember how the room felt, warm and low and out of time. Like for a couple quiet hours, life stopped asking us why. Outside, the city kept moving. Inside, we let it pass. Halfway through the bottle, you finally looked at peace, like all the weight you carried had loosened just enough to breathe. No promises between us, no need to say we'd stay. Some nights are only beautiful because they fade away. And maybe that's the reason certain memories survive, not because they changed our lives, but because they felt alive. Your glass touched mine softly, neither of us raised a toast, but somehow in that small sound, I understood you most. Halfway through the bottle, the room blurred into gold, and for a little moment, neither of us felt alone. No answers, no ending, no need to make it mean something more, just the quiet understanding people spend whole lives looking for. The night kept breathing slow. Neither of us had to say it. Hey, your name lit up my screen again, late at night when I should sleep instead. I said I wouldn't check my phone, but somehow here we are, reading every little message like it's written in the stars. Don't call me, don't make this real. Can you send me voice messages? I don't wanna reply, but I like hearing your voice somewhere in the night. Tell me random little stories, tell me things you'd never post. I don't want another heartbreak, but I still want you close. You said, are you awake right now? I waited 10 whole minutes, trying hard to play it cool before I opened it. And now I'm walking through my room with your voice inside my head, like somehow your late night laughter still lives under my skin. And this is probably a bad idea, but don't stop talking yet. Can you send me voice messages, the kind you almost delete? Half asleep and overthinking, breathing softly while you speak. Tell me how your day was awful, tell me what you couldn't say. I don't wanna fall in love, but don't disappear away. Maybe this is modern loneliness, maybe this is how we cope, getting attached to tiny moments and unfinished audio notes. So just send me voice messages, I'll pretend I didn't wait. I won't answer right away, but I'll replay every second. And maybe that's enough for now, somewhere between friends and ghosts. I don't wanna make this serious, I just like hearing you close. Send another one. I'll listen before I sleep. There was jasmine in the hallway, summer resting on your hair. You were laughing in the kitchen like the night was always there. Windows open to the evening, curtains moving with the breeze. Somewhere far away a train passed, soft as unfinished memories. I still remember how the room felt, golden light against your skin. Funny how the smallest moments stay the longest deep within. Memory comes back like flowers, slowly drifting through the dark. Certain nights never really leave us, they just bloom inside the heart. And every little scent of summer, every song we used to know, feels like footsteps in the distance from a life not long ago. There was rain outside the station, your coat folded on on the chair. Neither of us spoke about goodbye, like silence could keep you there. You reached slowly for the bottle, poured the last glass without sound. And somehow in that quiet moment, everything felt sacred then. Memory comes back like flowers, falling softly through the years. Not the grand or dramatic moments, just the ones that felt sincere. Like your voice beneath the music, like your hand brushing mine. Some things fade without warning, others stay for all of time. Maybe that's why certain evenings still return without a name. A sand accord, a passing shadow, and suddenly nothing has changed. Memory comes back like flowers, lingering after the rain. And though we cannot walk those streets again, the feeling still remains. Somewhere in another lifetime, we are still young in that room, while the city keeps on turning and the flowers still bloom. Still blooming somewhere. Like a song we never finished. Your coffee cup still stays on the corner of the shelf. I keep moving things around, but somehow not that one. The window's cracked open, cold air fills the room, and sometimes late at night I still make space for you. I heard from someone lately you cut your hair real short. Said you've been smiling more these days, like you needed a different world. And I don't know if I should ask, but the thought still comes around. Are you alright without me? Do the mornings feel more light? Do you sleep a little easier now on your side at night? Do you laugh without forcing it? Did leaving finally help? Or somewhere in the quiet, do you still feel me yourself? I walked past our old street last Tuesday in the rain. The bookstore's still there glowing, exactly the same. Funny how a city changes and somehow stays unchanged. Like every place still keeps the shadow of your name. Sometimes I almost call you just to hear you breathe. Then I remember silence is part of leaving too. Still every now and then I wonder if you do it too. become the person you were trying hard to find. And if you ever miss me, I hope it doesn't hurt. I hope it feels like music you once knew every word. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it just changes shape into old songs, into winter light, into habits we can't break. So are you alright without me? I think about it sometimes still. Not because I want you back, but because I always will. And somewhere in another life, maybe we work somehow. But tonight it's just this empty room and the sound of asking now. I hope you're happy now. Even if it's not with me. Keep silence, like there's something I won't say. Like somewhere behind my tired eyes, another name still stays. But every night I come home, still carrying your voice. Like loving you was never something I had to choose. There are wounds I cannot explain, and fears I don't know how to hold. Sometimes I go quiet when my heart gets overwhelmed, but it was never her, never anybody else. I know I've been distant lately, like somebody losing light. But don't mistake my weakness for leaving you behind. My heart only knows your name, even when I don't know myself. Even when the world gets heavy and I can barely ask for help, please don't doubt the way I love you. Just because I'm hard to read, I've been fighting storms inside me that you were never meant to see. And maybe I seem broken, maybe I seem cold, but there has never been another living inside my soul. The apartment feels uneasy, half empty after dark. Your shadow moving through the hallway still settles in my heart. You ask me if I'm changing, if someday I'll let go, but loving you has become the only thing I know. And I hate the way I fail you when my mind turns into noise, like I'm standing in a crowded room without a single voice. Sometimes I wish you could see how hard I try to stay, even when I'm exhausted, even when I disappear inside myself. My heart only knows your name, even through the quiet doubt. Even when my hands are shaking and the words won't come out. Please don't measure love by distance or the silence in my chest. Some people carry tenderness sleepless morning, every lonely road still somehow leads me back to the warmth I call your soul. I know love is not just longing, not just staying when it hurts, but if I could open up my chest, you'd see your name there first. Maybe I'm not good at proving all the things I deeply feel, but no one else has ever touched me in a way that felt this real. So if you look into my eyes tonight, please believe what you can't hear. There was never someone after you.